Despite Putin's escalating threats to NATO, Hungary's audacious move to bolster ties with Belarus has sparked fresh tensions within the EU. As Russian President Vladimir Putin issues dire warnings, Hungary is forging ahead with new alliances. Amidst a precarious European geopolitical landscape, Hungarian Foreign Minister Péter Szijjártó's controversial visit to Belarus has the potential to redefine regional power dynamics. This visit underscores Hungary's willingness to engage with Belarus, even as the EU maintains extensive sanctions following the 2020 presidential election, which was widely seen as rigged and led to severe repression. Szijjártó made strong remarks about the potential involvement of EU and NATO troops in Ukraine, expressing deep concern over the escalation of the ongoing conflict.
I can tell you honestly that we in Hungary are horrified by the statements that threaten the escalation of the war. I am horrified by the statements that the European Union or NATO member countries would send soldiers to Ukraine.
Péter Szijjártó's fiery comments came after Polish Foreign Minister Radek Sikorski suggested keeping Putin in suspense over possible troop deployments. Szijjártó warned such statements could worsen the conflict. Although the idea of foreign soldiers aiding Ukraine has surfaced in France, no country, including Poland, has officially backed it. Turning to Hungary's broader international relations, Prime Minister Viktor Orbán has consistently resisted Western calls to sever economic ties with Moscow, making Hungary a notable outlier within the EU. Orbán has criticized EU sanctions on Russia, obstructed financial aid to Ukraine, and delayed Sweden's NATO membership ratification. Orbán's actions have increasingly isolated Hungary from other European nations. Orbán opposes NATO's plan to increase military aid to Ukraine amid escalating Russian control on the battlefield. He asserts Hungary's decision to opt out of NATO operations supporting Ukraine.
Working groups are working to determine how NATO could participate in this war. We are in these committees. We are members of NATO, so we have to be there. But we do not approve of this, nor do we want to participate in financial or arms support, even within the framework of NATO. Therefore, our position is a strange one, being there and not being there at the same time.
Over the past 2 years, Orbán has impeded Ukraine's EU membership negotiations, slowed Western sanctions implementation, and cast doubt on Ukraine's ability to resist Russia. Russian President Vladimir Putin issued a stark warning on Tuesday, cautioning against Western countries allowing Ukraine to use their weapons to strike targets in Russia. His remarks follow calls from some NATO members and alliance chief Jens Stoltenberg to support Ukrainian strikes on Russian soil. As Hungary strengthens its controversial ties with Belarus and defies EU norms, the stakes in Eastern Europe have never been higher. Putin's threats loom large. NATO is on alert, and the EU faces significant challenges. Hungary's bold actions are set to reshape the region's geopolitical landscape, marking a pivotal moment in the ongoing conflict and cooperation dynamics within Europe.